Hello everybody and welcome to ReZero Season 2 Episode 8. Another episode where death was frequent and it hit you right in the gut and sometimes made you squeal away and squirm away because, Jesus Christ, the death bunny rabbits, I was not expecting that to be so... That was awful. They were like in his body. You could see the lumps moving. It was gross. We'll get to it when we get to it, but damn, but then we ended on sort of a, yeah, okay, she's best girl sort of note. It was like, okay, fine, I admit it, alright? That's kind of where we're at with ReZero right now. But anyway, let's get on with the episode and see how everything went down and everything. Let's do this. We begin where we left off last week. They've just enlisted Ram to help out. Otto enlisted Ram to help out in the Grand Escape prison break, Shawshank Redemption type mission they got going on right now. Subaru, though, there's a lot of funny comments here, as they also are. Ram was also found Otto herself. Otto didn't recruit Ram. Ram basically got herself recruited, I think is a good way of putting it, because Roswell told her to help Subaru. Roswell must have some sort of future vision or something, because bloody hell, he's prepared for every situation. But before they leave, though, Subaru has something to take care of. Basically what he was going to do before he got captured, which I was confused about because I was like, what the hell? What did he do before he got captured? You know, like what was that thing? Turns out it was have a little chat with the old man. He's not really that old, but the old man, yeah. So he goes to see Roswell, right, and everything. Basically asks straight up, hey, is Beatrice one of the witches' cult? Because that would be bad, because that means she's literally right under her nose. He does have a good line, like, if she is, she's my enemy. It was a good line, but Roswell was like, looking like that, it's so unconvincing, Subaru. What are you doing? Not gonna work. Roswell then gives his word, no, she's not one of the witches' cult. It's not actually a gospel, it's a similar thing to what is called a Tome of Wisdom, which I guess is like a smart person book. And then it's like, yeah, gospel is just kind of a word. You know, it doesn't really mean much, is I guess what was happening. Roswell says, hey, to get her on your side, I'll remind you right now, say, Roswell said to ask the question. And then he's like, no, okay, we might need one up. And then follow up with, I am that person. So we've got like half a conversation here. We've got like Subaru's half of the conversation. So Beatrice is going to have to say something at some point. He says, hey, she will definitely ally with you if you say this. It's 100% guarantee. I give you Scout's honor and all that, says Roswell. And Subaru says, if this doesn't work, I'm going to punch you. And fair enough, you know. Fair enough, that's an alright reasoning, you know. Punching is fair in some situations. But one last question, Roswell. He's like, you're not our enemy, are you? And it's like, he says, like, of course not. I'm the ally of everyone. I'm like, Roswell, I don't believe you. I believe you less and less every time I see your face. Somehow you without your makeup on is more intimidating and scary and just odd than with it on. How have they managed that? No idea. Roswell, definitely hiding something. I hope at some point we find out exactly what he's about. Like, I want an in-depth, I want a book about Roswell. That's what I want. Roswell the book, the movie. Based on this. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, Subaru, now that he's got the info he needs, prepares for his escape mission. Kind of a funny bit where they try and figure out how the hell they're going to get out of here. Otto and Subaru are going to have to share the dragon carriage, get all cuddle all together. That's very nice and everything. Subaru tries to get Ram, well, he doesn't try. He gets Ram to agree to come with because, hey, me and Otto, we can't fight for crap, you know. We sort of need the expertise of the lady with the wind and all that. That's you, Ram. That sounds terrible, the lady with the wind. Sounds like she's got a serious farting problem. But I doubt that's actually what that is. But we're going to need new transport because, hey, we're going to crush Patrash if all three of us sit on it. Him, her. It's a her, right? I think it's a her. No idea. Then who shows up? But pissed off Garfield. You can tell he's pissed off because he's got the red aura around him. He basically says that, yes, someone leaked your plans. I don't know who would it be that leaked the plans? The old woman? I bet it was that old... It was probably Roswell, wasn't it? The jammy git. Garfield basically ignores Ram's bargaining, basically saying, hey, if he's here, he's problems, so we'll get rid of him and everything. And says something else. Forget exactly what it is. Subaru doesn't understand it, obviously, but the other two do. basically what he said was, you surrender or I'm gonna wreck you right now, basically, is how it went. Ram is all like, hey, don't do this, it's gonna upset Roswell, and Garfield's all like, he doesn't care about us, I don't care about him either, I hate the man, he doesn't care about none of us. And then the fight starts. Ram stays behind while, bloody hell, there's a motorist outside making noise. Terrible, sorry about that. But yeah, Ram stays behind to fight while the others flee on Patrash. The chase is on, I guess. It's not much of a chase, I'll be honest with you right now. Otto takes Subaru with Patrash while Ram holds him up, as I said. Lights turn on. Why do the lights turn on? It's the villagers. So yeah, Otto's roped everyone into helping him. All the villagers as well. They've got lights for him. Great stuff. And while they're doing that, when they're about to escape, a mudslide starts. Probably started by Garfield, who we then see. And he's a giant, muscular tiger monster. I don't really know what to call him other than that. And then Subaru's like, okay, Garfield, be cool. Presumably he killed Ram, right? That kind of sucks, but presumably that's what happened. Subaru gives himself up. He's like, whoa, my dude, I'll let myself be taken. Just don't kill anyone else. And then Otto, the other one, Garfield goes to swing at him. Otto pushes Subaru out of the way. Otto gets sliced in half, and it was like, oh no, not Otto kind of moment, because everyone loves Otto. He's great. Villagers all throw rocks and stuff to try and stop Garfield as well, and they end up getting killed as well. It's literally a mass murder going on right now, and Subaru's like, stop, I'm the only one that needs to die, because, you know, he can restart it, obviously, and he doesn't really want to see more death, which is fair enough. They're all getting killed. Even Patrash gets killed at the end, and that's kind of sad. Like, feels bad for Patrash as well. But then the gem lights up and I guess explodes or something? Not too sure what happened. They didn't make it crystal clear, but I'm going to assume whatever it was, it knocked Subaru out. That's the important detail here. Subaru got KO'd by the flying gem. It wasn't flying, it was just glowing. The glowing gem. Wonder where he'll end up next. Could be anywhere at this point. Literally could be anywhere. So at first I thought the gem had was like a temporary save point. So like he used it and saved at the jail. That's not what happened though, because basically, I guess this must be months later because it's snowing outside and there's nobody around the village and everything, which is kind of weird. Not too sure what happened there. I assume they just knocked him out and then he woke up months later, or he travelled forward in time. Anything could happen. Who knows? But then what does he see? In the distance, but a rabbit, and I was like, oh, it's a rabbit. I'm sure that's not going to do anything bad. The rabbit did do something bad, but like I said earlier, I don't think anyone really expected how bad for it to get. So the rabbit bites his hand off. It was chewing on just his finger, but his whole bloody hand came off. That rabbit has some grip to it. And then there's a horde of rabbits everywhere, and they eat him alive, is the only way I can say. They're like crawling under his flesh. You see the lump move. Disgusting. It was honestly brutal and it gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking. That's got to be in one of the worst ways to die. Like, Subaru's died in some bad ways. Is this the worst? This is up there. This is a pretty damn bad. In terms of how painful it would have been, this is certainly up there. The rabbits. Not Betelgeuse. Not the gut lady, Elsa. Rabbits. With the thing that's made me go, nah man, that might be a bit too far. Rabbits, no, please. I'm never going to own a rabbit now, is what I've learned, even though I know real rabbits wouldn't do that. I'd like to believe real rabbits wouldn't do that. And also, as we meant to assume that the rabbits ate everyone else at Sanctuary, and that's why all the bags and stuff are left, but there's no people? Because that's really messed up, and that is true. That's another problem Subaru's got to deal with. Killer rabbits. So, man just can't catch a break, can he? He really can't this arc. It's like, yeah, you thought you could escape by going back to the mansion? Boom. Elsa's there. Oh, what's that? No, Garfield hates you now. What's that? You thought you could escape to the future? Nah, death rabbits. Subaru's had a bad old time this season. Let's be sure. But hey, let's give him a bit of good stuff coming up next. He returns by death again to just after the trial, and this time he's lost the plot. I think it's fair to say. He starts bashing his head against the ground. He's like, no, hate it. He gets pulled into Echidna's tea time, whatever you want to call it. The tea made him more stable because it enhanced his sloth witch factor, which I guess made him more stable and more calm, more rationale, I guess, which makes sense. It's sort of what I got from it, which is why he's able to be not insane here. Now he's like, hey, I want to remember all this so that my soul doesn't break, basically. And also just because I want to remember, I don't want to forget about you, Echidna, which is super sweet. And Echidna blushes like a teenager about it. She's like, okay, you can't be doing that. And it's very nice. She's like, okay, fine, we can do that. Subaru then starts reckoning. He's like, this should be weird to you. Why isn't this weird to you? Oh my god, you know, don't you? And does she know? Does she indeed? He doesn't want to say it because he doesn't want to ask, because he flashes back to what happened to Amelia. So he's like, no, I can't ask, I've got to keep it to myself. And then she pushes though. She's like, why don't you ask? And then he does. He's like, I can return by death. And nothing happens. She's fine. Nobody died. And it's like, I guess because it's sort of like her domain, I guess, this dream. So it's outside of Satella's reach is sort of how I'm interpreting it. I could be completely off, but that's just how I'm doing it. He keeps saying it because basically he's been, the whole time he has had no one to tell it, basically. He couldn't say it. He finally can tell her. There are tears and everything. Good stuff. And then she gives him a head pat hug. She's adorable. She's the best. She's... Rem, who's that? Echidna is where it's at. No, I love Rem, but Echidna, you can be number 2. Rem will always be number 1, but she's not really here at the moment. So Echidna, you're my stand-in, I guess. Is that too harsh? No, I like Echidna. She's good. She then says, "Yep, I know everything that you've been through, but tell me yourself. Tell me how you thought. Tell me how you felt. Tell me all of it, because I'm greedy, damn it, and I want to know everything." And that was the episode ended. So I'm now fully on Echidna is a good guy. I hope we don't get any twist where Echidna is evil, because she's not evil. She's great. She's the friend Subaru needed right now. And yeah, it was that last section was relief. You could see the relief on his face when he was saying it. Gosh, it was good. It was really good. Like, the rest of the episode was pretty much brutal death, either Subaru's or everybody else's. But L.A.M. Roswell gave some information too, so that's nice. But the important thing here is now Subaru has someone to tell. Can he just have Echidna always in his head, like as a telepathic link spirit or something? I have no idea. Just so he has someone to talk to about these things, you know? I think it would help him out a lot, like, mentally, and stop him from breaking down. But he's got Echidna's voice in his head saying, don't worry, I'm here for you, I got you. That would be nice, but yeah. Let's see what my favourite part of the episode was. I think it's pretty obvious, but we'll do the formalities and everything. My favourite part of the episode, just to be honest, was, I'll cut to the chase, it was Subaru finally being able to say he can return by death, you know? Finally having no consequences for saying it. And then also, just while him breaking to tears, obviously, because that's what you would do, you could finally say something that crucial to everything, basically. And then also just Echidna being, like, so accepting, like a mother that's really hot. What do we call them? MILFs? Why'd I say that? That's completely killed the mood, but we'll go with it. Yeah, Echidna, awesome. Awesome. What Subaru needs right now. Sort of was worried at first, because like, oh man, all these new characters are showing up. Don't know if I'm gonna like them. And then I've liked all of them to varying degrees. So that's a win right there. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. It was another solid episode. I don't want to be that guy who's just like every week. It was a solid, great episode. But that's basically where I'm at by now. The thing is, Subaru needs to start solving these problems soon. You know, I guess in current timeline, he doesn't have any problems. I mean, he's aware of the problems, but they've not happened yet. Like, Garfield's not got turned on him yet, so I guess he could try and work things out with him beforehand and just to make everything a lot easier. Like, hey Garfield, I know I smell. Listen, I don't know why I smell. It's hard to explain. Surely Ram could say something, be like, hey, yeah, that happens, but he's a good guy. Because she must be able to smell it too, because she's with them demon noses. Demon noses? Demon noses, that's what we'll go with. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Also, he's got to talk to Beatrice at some point. Really curious what that's about as well. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.